Hey guys, Ira here, and this is how I mentally recovered after a swim. This past weekend, I got my first laps on the New River Gorge in West Virginia. All right, Saturday morning, wee hours of the morning, about to travel 4 hours up to the New River Gorge and go meet the rest of the guys up there. West Virginia. We've made it. We're here, Blue Ridge Mountains, not the Shenandoah River, but the New River. Gauge is showing about 4.5 feet right now. Hopefully that's a good level. Let's go find Jerry and the rest of the guys. We set shuttle, we geared up, and we put on the water. About to get my first lap. Should be a fun day. Let's go get it. We were quickly approaching the first rapid, and some uneasiness began to come over me. I wasn't exactly sure where I should be going. There was just a lot of confusion going on. So as we're approaching Upper Railroad, I knew pretty quickly that I was in trouble as I was headed right for the meat of this giant hole in the middle of the rapid. I hit the hole smack dab in the middle, and I knew if I wanted to have any kind of fighting chance to get out of this hole that I was going to have to establish a side surf. I tried to dig my way out, but hole escape skills are just something that I just don't have a whole lot of experience of at this point, and I knew I was in trouble. It was very disorienting. I was trying to roll up, but I was already exhausted and out of breath, not to mention I had a mouthful of water as well. So now that I'm swimming in this rapid, I know that the battle is still not over, as I have Lower Railroad just a short distance downriver, and it was probably the hardest swim I've ever had to date. I was absolutely exhausted and drained. I had to fight with everything I had to get out of the flow and get over to shore.
You okay? You were in there for a while.
Yeah. I got over to shore, and I'm really starting to question if I should even be out here on this river. This is essentially the first rapid, and I just got absolutely rocked. Well, turns out we're walking the New River today. We're not rafting it, we're not kayaking it. We're gonna walk it. I was concerned that the rest of the group was going to have to hold my hand as I went down this river, if I can even get down it. God bless it. And I admit it was a little scary to me to be in such a violent hole and being absolutely tossed and turned with no control. That sucked. Get back in the boat, head back down river. I had not swam in probably 5 or 6 months, so I had not dealt with those doubts in a really long time, and it absolutely just destroyed any and all confidence I had going into this. Just dealing with that doubt and questioning was a huge mental battle and a mental block that I knew I was going to have to deal with for the rest of this river and the rest of this trip. It absolutely messed with my head. So now I'm in this really bad mental state, and I still have to get down this river. My paddling definitely suffered. My strokes were pretty weak and ineffective. I knew if I wanted to get through the more significant rapids coming up that I was going to have a more aggressive paddling style, and I was going to have to get out of my head. I restored a little bit of confidence, not much, as I'm making my way downriver. The next significant rapids coming up were the Upper, Middle, and Lower Keaney's rapids, and all three of these rapids kind of flow into each other. Our plan was to run each one separately.
If anybody swims, swim left.
It's a lot of water.
It's a lot of water.
I got the line, got the beta, and got through Upper Keaney without much issue. However, because my paddling style was pretty weak and ineffective still, I ended up getting pulled into Middle Keaney on a non-traditional line.
Alright, might be good to just go. How would you want to go?
Drive left?
Drive left.
As I'm going through the Middle Keaney, my stern kind of got grabbed a little bit and spun me out. And so I had to throw this really hard right brace in order to keep myself upright. That's something that I've done many times before and never really thought too much about it, but I needed to remind myself that I can pull off basic maneuvers, and that restored a little bit of confidence back in me.
Woo-hoo! Good job, man. I needed that.
It felt really good to kind of be back on, maybe not a high, but back at more of a little middle level. That little confidence boost gave me enough to get through Lower Keaney. Those two things really helped and just gave me a renewed sense of confidence that I could get down this river.
Woo! Good job, dude. Like, no joke, I needed it after that nonsense up top. Just got through Upper, Middle, and Lower Keaneys. Definitely needed it after swimming Upper Railroad like that. Definitely needed it for a confidence boost. Fun day so far. Enjoy it other than swim. Let's keep on kayaking.
Admittedly, for the rest of the day, all of my lines weren't exactly perfect. Probably some of that had to do with the less than ideal mental state that I was still in.
Oh yeah, I ran half of it on my face.
But I had a sense of confidence that if I did mess something up, I could adjust as needed to. And if I got flipped upside down, then I felt confident that I would be able to get back to the basics and hit that roll. It was an absolute mental battle. It really bothers me when I swim.
I'm still a little aggravated about the whole railroad thing, because
Put your smile on.
that was a tough swim too.
But that's part of the sport, and it's not the first time I swim. It's not going to be the last time. And I think a big part of swimming is how you recover from it. Are you going to let it, mentally beat you down and destroy you? Or are you going to turn this around and keep fighting and get down this river?
Ooh. Rusty rainbow.
And I think that's a really important lesson, not only for kayaking, but also for life. Just because you get beat up and tossed around, you still got to get back out there and, get back on that horse and go down. Sometimes you got to know when your safety is more important than kayaking. While it is courageous to get back in the boat after a rough swim, knowing when you've reached your limits is just as important. If you feel like you need to hike out or portage a rapid, that's completely okay, and no one should ever look down on you for doing that. It was definitely an emotional journey of highs and lows.
Just finished my first lap on the new river underneath the old rusty rainbow. Other than the Upper Railroad swim, which sucked, super fun time. Really enjoyed it out here, and definitely looking forward to getting out here again. So until next time, we'll see y'all.